Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Cheap Air's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. And I want to start off tonight's video with a really big thank you to all of those people that know me and have met me, who stood behind me and backed me up and made all those nice comments about me in support of the one person that had caused me a little bit of stress. But I also want to thank that same person that caused the stress because he did come forward and admitted that he was wrong and admitted that he made a mistake. And he was sorry. And I gracefully accepted his apology. So we're going to let that go and let him go on living his life. And I hope he stays on as a subscriber and enjoys my videos. Because I don't hold really hard grudges against, everybody makes mistakes. But, of course, those mistakes did hurt, but I'll live. I'll get through it. And not only that, the good thing that came out of it was I found out that I have a lot of really good friends. And that's important. Okay, so moving on. Today I worked inside the garage and the shop. I just finished closing everything up. Trying to get things a little on the organized side. I had some batteries sitting in there that were just needing some charge. So I put this out here and had a single 100-watt solar panel from Harbor Freight running on it. It just dropped from 12.9 to 12.8. Now that the sun's off of it, but it's still showing a charge. So that's interesting. That must be a amorphous panel because it's in the shade, and it's still showing that it's bringing a charge in. But yeah, that's a good thing. Now I've had these panels just sitting in storage for a long time, and I bought them when they were on sale, and I think I got those for like $79 with a discount, with a coupon. So I got two of them. There's the other one right over there. And you say, well, what's that one doing over there? Well, I was going through and cleaning a few things up, and that trailer tire on that side had sunk in the ground from the rains and that stuff. So I got my jack under it and jacked it up, and then I put a little piece of 2x6 pressure treated under there. And I set it back down. You can see the tire, how deep it was in the ground. So yeah, I got that done. But then I was standing here looking in the trailer, and I was saying, boy, I got stuff to clean up out of here. I got to get this thing cleaned out. I've got my panning tub in there and my classifier. That's looks like a 5/16 classifier. And I got some metal flashings in there and bunch of stuff. And I remembered when I built this, I put a little seat in here so somebody could ride back here. This is my ore cart for going out looking for gold and other priceless artifacts. And I remembered I got a battery under here. Boy, it's been a few years since that's been sitting under there, and no solar panel on it or anything. Now I started putting these racks on here, and I was going to put those 200-watt solar panels on here. So that's how long I've had those, and this thing has been sitting ever since. And I never got the rack finished on top of here because I got involved in other stuff. So I checked the battery out, and the battery was not doing good. So it was completely stone. When I put the repair unit on it, it said please connect the clips to the battery. Well, they were connected, so it wasn't even recognizing that it was a battery there. So what I did was I got out my AC to DC inverter unit here, and I set that at 14.2 volts DC, and I clipped that onto the battery for a while and ran it for 40 minutes or so, half hour, 40 minutes. And that put enough residual power in the battery for the battery repair unit to pick up and say there is a battery there. And it showed it at 10 volts, which was not very good. I mean, those of you who know about batteries, 10 volts is below dead, below 50%. And that's a nice marine battery. I did buy that brand new, I remember, but I totally forgot that it was out here in the trailer, and it hasn't been getting a charge. So I'm running a repair on it. We'll see how that works. And I'm about right now, because I'm going to be going in for the night, cooking my dinner and that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unplug it right here. That shuts it off. And now when I plug it back in, it'll tell me about the battery. Well, it's at 20% now at a voltage of 11.7. 11.8, 11.7. So the repair apparently is starting to work on it. So that's a good sign. That's really interesting. Anyway, I'll run this again tomorrow. As soon as the sun comes up, I'll come out here and plug it back in and see how we do. And see if I can run it through the whole day tomorrow. See if I can get a fully repaired battery out of it. Pretty cool, huh? So, one of the things you guys that are planning on going off-grid, I've had this for a long time. Get yourself one of these from Harbor Freight. It's a regular battery charger, but it also has a recondition button right here. Also, it has a winter mode button. Now, I could have set this thing out here and plugged it in and put that on winter mode, and it would have maintained that battery all the way through all these years while it was sitting out here. So anyway, I'm going to get this ore cart cleaned out. Of course, you guys remember some scumbags had stolen my ATV, which I used to haul this thing around with, and I don't have the ATV anymore, so this trailer has been sitting here for a long time, and I'm looking at ways to bring my finances up, and the Patreon channel thing is one way. And for those of you who didn't get the message, that doesn't mean I'm not going to have my regular channel. For those of you who can't afford to pledge money for each month, that's fine. I understand, because I couldn't do that right now. There's a lot of channels I'd love to be a patron on, and I just can't, because I just don't have the money to spend. But someday that'll change and we'll get back to it. But that's the story, and we'll go from there. I've got a bunch of water here in my tote koozie that's I'm not going to add any more bromine or anything to it for the year, because it's going to be the end. Last time I've gotten into it was at least a month ago, because the temperatures have been dropping pretty low, and that thing gets pretty cold at night. So I'll transfer that water down to the garden house, and the bromine is out of it. I can see it's got a little hint of green to it, so there's no more bromine in there, and it's just water, so it can be used to water plants. And I'll get that down there, so extend my plant watering stuff for a little while. All right, everybody, that's all I have for today. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget your thumbs ups. Don't forget to share and subscribe. And this is G Bear signing off.